Like, you want the Doomslayer to feel even more powerful? Well, we got it. You want even more badass demons? Well, there are twice as many in this game.
So when Doom Eternal was announced at 2018 E3, everyone was super hyped, and Doom Eternal is still getting hype. No one thought anything could go wrong. That is until the release of Bethesda's worst game, and maybe the worst game in the history of human history, Fallout 76. The problems with Fallout 76 is not just that it was a bad game, but it was released way too early, they're still fixing bugs, and they're still not done. Bug compilations of Fallout 76 can last over an hour long. And even if you polish up all the bugs, there is no game to play, just a map to walk around in and listen to holotape. And Doom, it's not any different. You listen to people talk on the radio, you even read stuff. Why is it so much better? Well, that's because there's actually gameplay in Doom Eternal. There's plenty of stuff wrong with Fallout 76. And when Bethesda strips away the gameplay, you get walking, picking up trash simulator in a very, very wide open world with too much in it and too little to do. Doom was small maps, but tons and tons of demons to kill, and it was great. Doom is still today one of the best FPS games of all time, but Bethesda didn't develop it. People weren't worried about Bethesda ruining Doom Eternal, but that's not up to them because ID Software is the people developing Doom. They developed Doom 1 and all the way to Doom 2016. They developed it all. They're working on Doom Eternal, and we know ID Software is a trustworthy company because the only game they have to focus on is Doom. The Doom trailer looked good. It looked like Doom 2016 with improvements, which is what any game should be if it's amounted to success. The amount of success Doom 2016 had was unbearable, and by no doubt ID shouldn't change anything, they should only add. But Bethesda might not like this. Bethesda may not have a hand in Doom's development as they are only a publisher, but that's not exactly true. Bethesda has a massive hand to play. Publishers can take great involvement in developing, such as EA, a very renowned, horrible publisher company that always takes part in the development unwillingly by adding stuff like microtransactions and ways to profit. Will Bethesda do this? We don't know. Fallout 76 had the hated Atom Shop. Whether they decide to add something similar or like this to Doom, such as microtransactions, may not even impact us that much, but it will definitely impact the game. DLCs like colorful skins, colorful clothes will definitely ruin the Doom feel and make the game unidentifiable. We can also focus that Bethesda greatly profited off of Fallout 76, as horrible as it did sell. This is because of the multiplayer. They were able to make more off of Fallout 76 than they ever were to do with 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that is because of the multiplayer. Whether Bethesda will be focusing on multiplayer on Doom is greatly in debate, because Doom is meant to be a single player game, and it has always strived to be nothing more. If Doom was to shift, we wouldn't be able to tell. Now, in the presentation at E3, we saw that it is possible for people to join your server. It is possible to play online. However, this feature is also you can turn it off, and that's good. I think ID Software was smart. They added it just in case Bethesda wanted it, but secretly they also added the option to turn it off so you can get the good old classic Doom. This is great. Something else that ID has added is nothing. They focused on the same thing, and that is great. Mick Gordon is returning to compose the soundtrack for Doom Eternal, and if you don't know who Mick Gordon is, I don't know what rock you're living on, because all that insane rock music from Doom 2016 is made by him. They're focusing on just making it better. Same shotgun, just looking better, just more powerful with a grappling hook, same demons, just destructible and killable. ID only has Doom to focus on, while Bethesda may not even get that involved in Doom, with their upcoming games Elder Scrolls 6 and Starlight, which use the same engine from last year. I almost forgot to mention ID even upgraded their engine from Doom 2016, which was not even out of date at all, just to show off in Bethesda's face, who have been using the same game engine from frickin' Fallout 4 to Fallout 76, which looks horrible. I do not personally think that Bethesda will focus on money when it comes to Doom Eternal, because they are so focused on their other games right now, and they're leaving development up to ID almost completely. This is a good thing, because I don't care, Bethesda can ruin its future games, but they're not ruining Doom, because it was never their game in the first place. There is no Doom without ID, and I think Bethesda themselves realizes that. We remember the canvas bags from Fallout 76, the rum bottles, all of that, and whether Bethesda decides to ruin the merchandise for Doom is debatable, and it won't really matter to many, as Doom is about the gameplay. I don't think anyone wants to bring a coffee mug with a to work. The only thing we can worry about with Bethesda is their greediness, and hope it doesn't get too greedy to the point where they limit resources for ID Software. Otherwise, Doom Eternal should be a fun cooperative game, regardless if the Bethesda name is taking any part in it. Something else that may greatly ruin the game is the Bethesda launcher. They launched Fallout 76 on this, and Bethesda launcher has forever been hated because of how shady it is, how horrible it is. You gotta download all this crap, it's very shady, you can't get any refunds even if the game does suck, and it truly is such a horrible thing to see. My god, if Doom Eternal only launches on Bethesda launcher, which is a very big possibility considering it's advertised all over their website, then I don't know what to do. You can release it on Steam or GOG, Bethesda, but please don't just make it exclusive to your launcher. That is another greedy way Bethesda wants to make money. Regardless though, I don't think it will affect the actual game that much, but it's just something I'm really hoping Bethesda doesn't do. Doom has always been the best Bethesda game in my opinion, because it's not even made by Bethesda. Doom is focused on by ID, who has a perspective on video games that Bethesda can't even reach. They say gameplay before money, and they make their games with soul, passion, and blood. Whether Bethesda tries to focus on money, whether they try to make Doom a resurrection for Bethesda or profit, it doesn't matter, because ID is taking most control at this point. While Bethesda's distracted, if they ever do focus on Doom, they could definitely affect it. They could limit resources for ID, they could focus on money for ID, they could add microtransactions before they release it, they could make ID focus on multiplayer. There's all these possibilities, and I'm just hoping Bethesda doesn't truly follow through with them. That being said, I do think it might get released on Bethesda launcher, but there are worse things that could happen. ID has only ever focused on Doom, and that's what I'm hoping they're still doing. We saw the gameplay at E3, and it looks like they're doing fine, but hopefully Bethesda's not going to learn from Fallout 76 badly. Hopefully they're going to learn from Fallout 76 and say, hey, we need to do better, and hopefully they don't learn from Fallout 76, turn into the next EA or Activision and say this game sucks, but it's a good opportunity to make money. Let's ruin every single game we've ever made and that is beloved by the community to make money. Doom Eternal may go down that dark road, but so far it is not. It is in the bright road of ID, and everyone hopes for nothing more than for them to stay on that road. So that was the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you like it, be sure to like it. If you dislike it, the button's there for a reason. I won't stop you from using it. Be sure to comment any criticism or what you like about this video, anything you want to add, any comments at all, that can be done in the comment section below. If you want to stay up to date for more game discussions like this, be sure to subscribe and turn notifications on if you want to be notified when I upload a video. I'm very excited for Doom Eternal, but very worried at the same time. You guys can tell me what you think in the comment section below, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.